Manco.trade is a TF2 trading site where you can instantly trade off your TF2 items. Adding Manco.trade to your Steam name gives you an additional 2% bonus. Right now, Manco.trade is doing an unusual giveaway, so check them out in the description below. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a little bit of a different video today. Today I'm going to be bringing you over 10 cosplay loadouts, and what these essentially are loadouts in Team Fortress 2 that are made to design to dress your mercenary up like a real life celebrity or like a character in a video game or anything like that. Just essentially dress one video game character up as another person, essentially, so to give them a costume. So this was actually meant to be a Patreon video with a patron of mine known as Pillsman Fox, but unfortunately he's ill at the moment, which means he can't actually record voice with me, so I'm just going to be going through them on my own. But these are all his screenshots, and I'm sure he'll ask me to link something down below. But essentially these loadouts are great, and we're just going to get straight into the first one, as we've got quite a few to go through. So this first one is an engineer wearing a purple painted plumber's cap, a dead of night, and the tools of the trade. I'm sure you can guess what this is going to be. This is Waluigi. We've got the first cosplay loadout, which is going to be the Waluigi engineer. Waluigi is a character from the Super Mario franchise, and that explains the kind of mustache and the purple painted plumber's cap. And I mean, there's not a huge amount more to say about this loadout. It's a very obvious one to go for with that purple painted Mario style hat. And the next one, I'm sure we've seen this recycled so many times before. It's an absolute classic, and it's even got an unusual thrown in there as well. We've got the Donald Trump heavy loadout, which includes a yellow painted coupe disaster, a dead of night, and the security shades. And I'm just going to put up a picture of Donald Trump so you can see the resemblance. The hair is near identical, and he's even got the dead of night, which is like a nice little formal suit for the heavy. So definitely pretty accurate representation of the current president of the United States. Next up, we've got an interesting one that I didn't even know the reference of, so I googled it. Turns out it's apparently a meme that I was unaware of. I didn't think that was possible, but nonetheless, we've got the Margarita guy from Jurassic World, and there's actually a lot of people cosplaying as him in like different events and stuff. But we've got the heavy wearing the monstrous memento, the heavy tourism, and the security shades. And I'm going to put a picture up of the Margarita guy now. You can see he's wearing essentially the exact same outfit of this kind of like button-up shirt, these sunglasses, and this curved peak hat, and carrying two margaritas, which I'm going to assume is why he's called the Margarita guy. But nonetheless, I was unaware of this meme, and this is probably one of the most accurate loadouts that we've got in this episode. So the next cosplay loadout we've got is a pretty obvious one. We've got the M. Bison one, which has made the soldier try and look like M. Bison from the Street Fighter series. Obviously, the team captain is based off of the M. Bison hat, so it's a pretty easy cosplay to make. However, the Caped Crusader also heavily links into this loadout and just goes perfectly, especially with the little cuffs on the wrist as well. Just really giving this soldier a near identical loadout to how M. Bison looks. If I show you this screenshot now, I mean, there's really nothing to differentiate them. But that's a really cool loadout, definitely. And it's good to see the full M. Bison loadout as opposed to like just the team captain. So next is another one I wasn't really aware of, and this is of a franchise I've never really played, but this is the Lord Salazar. Again, no idea what that is. I think it's from the Resident Evil franchise, but we've got this soldier wearing a purple painted powdered practitioner, a purple painted hornblower, and it's meant to look like Lord Salazar. And as you can see, the cosmetics are near identical. It's just this Lord Salazar bloke looks a bit old. The soldier doesn't actually, I guess the powdered practitioner does give him the grey hair, but he's even got the same shoes as well. He's got little clogs on, so that's a really accurate one as well. It's just one of them's a fully grown man, and one of them is like he looks pretty small. He looks like a really old child. That's about as far as the Lord Salazar one goes, but definitely a pretty accurate one once again. These cosplay loadouts are absolutely like spot on, so definitely Fox has done a great job. So this next one's actually really accurate as well, and the weapon actually comes perfectly into play. We've got the Jason Voorhees loadout. This is using the face planter, I'm going to assume is what it's called, which is the kind of hockey mask with the blood splattered over it, which is a Halloween cosmetic, which is nearly identical to the Jason Voorhees mask. We've got the Baseball Bills Sports Shine, which is the no hat cosmetic for the Scout, and we've got the 2-4 tooth kickers along with the Prinny machete. And the Prinny machete, if I put it up next to this picture of Jason Jason Voorhees is exactly like the item that Jason Voorhees carries. So definitely, once again, a very accurate loadout, and the first loadout where the weapon is actually very important to the cosplay. So up next, we've got a reference I do understand, and this was literally labelled as anyone from Duck Dynasty. This sniper loadout includes a brown painted Allfather, the deep cover operator, and the triad trinket. And I mean, he's not lying. It really does look like anyone from the TV show Duck Dynasty. If you don't know what that is, it's a reality TV show based on an American family who make products for duck hunters, hence the name Duck Dynasty, and they all have very long beards and wear a bandana. So this loadout is absolutely spot on. This next one is one for all of you Indiana Jones fans, and apologies for me butchering the name. It's Dr. Rini Emil Belloc. I know I've 100% said that wrong, but I mean, this loadout is great. Once again, the hat is near identical. He's even given it this beige paint, which does give it the same tone that it is in the film, and he's wearing a suit in the film, and we can see it's got an extremely formal cosmetic on the medic that kind of does resemble almost the kind of suit that Dr. Rainey or whatever his name is wears in the movie. Next up, we've got a more interesting one, a bit more extravagant, but we've got a Dawn of the Rise of the Planet Apes ape. Okay, our engineer here has been turned into the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes ape using the Cuban Bristle Crisis, the Haunted Grease Monkey, and the Pithy Professional. And yeah, I mean, it covers up the chin area on the Grease Monkey with the Cuban Bristle Crisis and blends in, so it literally looks like you've just got a monkey's head popping out of an engineer's body. So that's definitely a bit more on the extravagant side in this episode, I won't front. But yeah, that was a pretty funny one, definitely, as we move on to the next one, which is going to be one that I can personally relate to. I instantly recognised it as soon as I saw it. We have Crusher Wake from the Pokemon series. He's a gym leader. And we've got it on the heavy, so we're using the large luchador, a white painted western weave, and the heavy lifter. And I mean, I'll show you how Crusher Wake looks. He's even got the white hair poking out of each side. The large luchador represents the face paint on him, and obviously the heavy lifter shows off the biceps that Crusher Wake seems to be showing in this screenshot. So this next one goes out to all the Spider-Man fans, and I mean, this villain was probably in other films as well. I just recognise it from Spider-Man. This is going to be the Green Goblin Spy. To achieve the Green Goblin, we're going to be using the green painted Ninja Cow along with the green Rogues and the Graylien. And I mean, once again, it's pretty similar to the Green Goblin. We've got this green head completely covered with you know, green paint. We've got the green torso region as well, which kind of looks like its body is green. Overall, I mean, it looks similar. If you look at this screenshot, we've even got the bug-like looking eyes of the Green Goblin compared to the Graylien, and I mean, they do look very, very similar. So once again, a pretty cool looking cosplay. And now we've got the Elvis loadout, and generally the Elvis loadout would be on a heavy with the Hound Dog. However, this one's mixed up a bit. We've actually got the Elvis loadout on the Scout using the Greased Lightning, the Macho Man, and the Electric Wanger. And I mean, the Macho Man instantly gives this Elvis loadout its kind of theme, and the Grease Lightning is perfect for the Elvis kind of screenshot. I mean, I'll show you how it looks. I mean, the hairstyle is essentially identical. Overall, it's just like a pretty decent loadout. The only thing I would say is the Macho Man has the mustache, and Elvis didn't have the mustache in this picture, but nonetheless, normally it makes a nice change to see it as opposed to on the heavy or the engineer. And last, to finish off this episode, guys, we're going to have a loadout that is gonna bring a lot of hype. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware The Incredibles 2 has been announced, and this loadout is the Mole Man. So, I actually asked Pillsman Fox, like, what were you going for with this loadout? It was literally labelled moleman.jpg. And he told me that it was just to create some hype for The Incredibles 2. I'm personally super hyped for it, and this loadout is meant to be the Mole Man. So we're using the Brotherhood of Arms, the cute suit, and the head-mounted double observatory. I mean, it's not too dissimilar to the Mole Man from The Incredibles. So that just about concludes the cosplay loadouts in Team Fortress 2. A huge thank you to Pillsman Fox. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here in this video, but I'm sure he will ask me to link some stuff down below, so you guys can definitely go and check him out. These are some really awesome loadouts, and who knows, I might even make a part 2 with my own cosplay loadouts, because it's so crazy how creative you can be with cosmetics in Team Fortress 2. You can make just about any loadout possible using paints and other cosmetics, just overall to achieve some really awesome looking loadouts. But guys, once again, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below. Do check out Pillsman's links, and yeah guys, thanks for watching and peace.
I got drugs in my coat, I put love in my coat.